Well, whenever I had it 2 years ago. So last year, you saw me when it was probably all full grown and in and everything like that. So it's kind of where it is now. But it was definitely thinning, especially when it got wet or anything like that, and really couldn't do much with it. Now I just get up and kind of do some things, and I go, right. and kind of go do my thing, and it's been great just having hair again.
Yeah. So what's it like being back in New England? How much do people recognize you and stuff?
Quite a bit. It's been really cool. I was expecting people to throw tomatoes at me and like all sorts of stuff, but everybody's been really cool and very respectful and very cool about the whole deal. So it's been awesome to be able to come back and people still have those good feelings about you.
When you come back, how often do you reconnect with some of your old teammates?
Quite a bit. I think I'm going to see Rob Gronkowski tonight, and then see Tom tomorrow, and some guys are in town and stuff. It's always good to catch up and see some of your old teammates.
Speaking of Tom, there was so much talk this offseason about how much more is he going to play, and the feasibility of him playing into his 40s even. What are your thoughts on that, and how long he can keep it going?
I mean, if anybody can do it, it's Tom. I mean, he puts the time in, not only physically and mentally and everything else, but the way he eats, the way he sleeps, the way he does everything. He does it so he can play for a very long time. And I think what he did in his 20s and 30s are going to carry on into his 40s. The amount of work that he puts into it, I think it's pretty obvious that he's going to get that back out of it later in his years.
Yeah. So now you've worked with Peyton for a while. What are some of the similarities and differences between how they go to work every day?
Oh, they're both very on top of what they need to do, and both very competitive and want to go out there and be the best, and the way they hold guys accountable and the way they go about their business, it's pretty easy to see why they're the best at what they do.
Yeah. Do you have any idea of what their relationship is like? I mean, they're obviously rivals, but
right.
What the respect factor is and all that stuff?
Yeah, no, they definitely respect each other, and they're definitely friends and get along really well, and they even pull some things from each other of, all right, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I think it's good to do things like that. Try to find ways to get better, and that's what makes those guys great. They're always trying to find ways to get better.
Now, last year you guys beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship, obviously. What was that like to be the team that you played with for so long, and what's it like to be such a cheap rival now of a team like that?
Obviously it's, anytime you win that game, it's a great thing. And it's definitely hard to even get there and definitely hard to win that game. And, it was, somewhat bittersweet and probably a little more sweet, but, obviously you see, some of your friends going home early and things like that. But at the same time, getting that victory in a key game like that is pretty big.
Yeah, I remember during that game when Aqib Talib got injured, Bill sort of accused you of doing it on purpose. What did that mean to you to have him say something like that about you? I mean, I would assume it's sort of an attack on your sort of character as a player. What did you take out of that?
Nothing really. I was just happy to be going to the Super Bowl at the time and really just kind of focus on that. I really wasn't worried about any of the noise outside of that.
Yeah. As far as the Super Bowl goes, I remember you talking before it, remembering, how you said said to your players, you might not get this chance again and stuff like that. You got there, you guys lost. How much does that change your approach in the off season? Does it have any effect on how you prepare differently? Knowing that you guys came so close and didn't get to there.
I think there's always things to learn from it, but at the same time, not read into it too much, and really just continue to do what you've done, and make sure you're doing the things necessary to be ready for the next season, and maybe improve on some things that you feel like you didn't do as well the year before, and I think that's what you're always trying to work towards.
Was there anything during that game, because it seemed to fall apart pretty quickly for you guys, was there anything during that game that you specifically point back to and say, okay, if we get back to this point, we have to do this differently?
I think there's plenty of things. I think our preparation, our game plan, our mindset going into the game, and the practice we have that week. I think there's a lot of things to pull in from that week, and really just things to learn from. And you kind of jot those things down, and you hope to improve from them if you get that chance again.
Now, both you and New England, or the Broncos and the Patriots, both went, pretty almost, trying to top each other in the offseason in terms of bringing guys in. You guys, brought in plenty of guys, and the Patriots bringing Revis and everything like that. Is that exciting as a player part in the middle of that, to see this go on and say, all right, these two teams are sort of superpowers, sort of building towards this goal?
I was more excited for the acquisitions we made, not necessarily the ones New England made. But I was excited about the guys we did get, and DeMarcus Ware and T.J. Ward and Akib and Emmanuel Sanders are all going to be pivotal players in our season this next year, and we're really going to lean on a lot of those guys, along with a lot of the guys from last year, to make a lot of plays for us and help us win a lot of games.
And when you see both teams go at it like that in the offseason, does that ramp up the rivalry another step for you?
I think it's going to be there no matter what, and you just go out there and play your game, and not worry about the rest of it, and really kind of focus on yourself and what we need to do to win.
And you get to come back here every now and then. Is this something that you like doing, coming back to New England since you spent so much time here?
Yeah, for sure. It brings back a lot of great memories, and me and my wife always try to go to some of our favorite restaurants and see some of our friends, and especially during the summer here, it's so great. It's a great city to come back to during the summer and really kind of enjoy it, and we really enjoyed and loved our time here, and we plan on hopefully getting back at least once a year just to see some friends and see the city that we love so much.
Do you feel a little bit more settled in Denver now that you've spent some more time there?
Yeah, for sure. Denver's a great city. We've really enjoyed ourselves there, and the community and the organization has been great to us, and we couldn't be happier.